Well, the roster for the United States, you can talk about anybody. I suppose really the one name that jumps off the sheet at you is
the manimal.
Reed.
Oh, we call him the manimal.
Full of energy.
He's brought out such an intensity and effort. He's the starting lineup. Stephen Curry at guard, Kenneth Farid at power forward, Kyrie Irving in off guard, James Harden at small forward, and Anthony Davis at center. No changes there for Mike Krzyzewski. I think he's going to stay with the starting lineup at the same 5 throughout the tournament. He wants to establish a pattern. He wants to establish a routine. What I like a lot really about Team USA is their ability to score from the outside. They have so many guys who can put the ball out in the basket from the three-point line.
Well, speaking of outside shooting, you've got Mishula, Jeter, Postosvanov. They're at the top of the roster for Ukraine. There was Al Gladier.
Sergei Gladier just came out on the floor. He warmed up. He suffered a severely sprained ankle. This is the starting 5 for Ukraine. Eugene Jeter at guard, Alexander Lipov at off guard, Dmitry Zabirchenko at small forward, Maxim Kornienko at the 4. And Slava Kravtsov, I believe, is at center spot.
Yeah, so that's a change. And ordinarily, you would have Gladier. Now, these guys will no doubt take center stage today, James Harden and Pooh Jeter.
This is a big challenge right here for Pooh Jeter, an American player with a Ukrainian passport after playing 3 seasons with BC Kiev in Ukraine. He's been the leader with 16 points there for Team Ukraine. And James Harden, just a very effective player, but a leader. He's on the U.S. national team for the 2nd time. He knows what it's all about, and he's been leading the team. He has not been only looking for his scoring opportunities, but he's been dishing out the assists, making sure that everybody is involved.
Well, this is what it's all about, David and Goliath matchups, and that's what this one most certainly is. Even though the USA, the youngest team at the FIBA Basketball World Cup, prohibitive favorites, and there you see Fear the Beard. Everybody knows James Harden here in Bilbao, where the Group C games have been played.
So it is Slava Kravtsov who makes his first start of the tournament. He's a player with a 3-year experience from the NBA. He's an emotional story because he had a very severe injury to his hand, underwent surgery, a lot of rehabilitation, but he got ready in time for FIBA Basketball World Cup here in Bilbao. And now it is a huge task ahead of them, including Slava Kravtsov. Can they upset the reigning champions, Team USA?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bilbao. It's the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup Group C game, Ukraine and the United States. Pivotal, without question, for Ukraine. They need to win to get to the round of 16, and it would be a monumental upset if it happens against the undefeated United States, the team that won this title 4 years ago in Turkey. And the United States starting wearing the red, white, and blue, but the predominantly blue uniforms, and attacking the basket to your left. Now Ukraine in white with Jeter. Wasn't really at his best against New Zealand yesterday. Kornienko gets in and gets blocked by Farid.
Hello, young fella. Welcome to the big leagues. That's what Kenneth Farid says. He has a separation. Against a shot block, you just always need the contact. You need to feel the contact. Kornienko doesn't feel the contact. He thought he was going to shoot over Farid, but that does not happen.
Yep.
You need to maintain a contact.
He learns very early that that's not going to happen. Zabirchenko, a tough customer, and does not get the shot off in time.
I mean, let's talk about Kenneth Farid. Coach Krzyzewski is just so complimentary about his player. He said, I mean, he provides incredible energy to the team, and every minute that he's been on the floor, he's earned it.
Curry gets in there, and Kravtsov goes up for the board, takes it away from Davis.
Nice rebound there by Slava Kravtsov. Just really took it away from Anthony Davis.
Nice attempt, good rebound from Mr. Lipovi. And already the energy is there from Farid. He picks up the foul.
I think it's also not so easy for Team USA because they have won the games by big margin to completely be at 100% concentration because they already know they are on the next stage.
That was a question asked last night in the press conference. Was, you know, how does this affect them? How do they know if the team is getting better and playing well if they're winning by such big margins? And the kick from Jeter. 19 seconds on the shot clock. I mean, without question, Turkey. You see the replay. Oh, he didn't even kick it. He just went off of his foot. Turkey made things interesting for 28, well, for 3 quarters, essentially, deep or into the 4th quarter, and then the United States pulled away. But other than that, the United States have been pretty decisive. Harden for 3. It could be one of those days where the shots don't fall quite as easily for the United States. Jeter passes to Zabarchenko, and he gets it inside to Krastov, who goes up. Now, Farid's pass to Irving. Irving goes up with the left hand and draws the foul from, is it Zabarchenko? No, Jeter.
Yeah, it's from Jeter. I think Farid was looking for a lob pass. You see him, if we see him there, he was running down the floor. He was the first one down. And there just wasn't any way for Kyrie Irving to get a pass up.
The Jeter, a player that's played in the NBA, so he'll be familiar with these players.
Now playing professionally in China the last 3 seasons. Very successful there, very popular, as we understand.
Krzyzewski. People doing some selfies here. Now, free throw is good from Kyrie Irving with a couple of minutes gone. The USA on top. Jeter gets the pick. Now Lipovic comes up top. Jeter gets it back for 3.
That was a long shot. Good 9 meters out.
Curry just puts up a soft jumper from the line.
And this is what you saw, a quick basketball there by Team USA. When they get the rebound, they immediately push the ball up court and they look for the first opening.
Quick pass from Jeter to Lipovic. And he puts it up from the baseline.
That was a nice move against Harden. Because Harden was right up on him.
And Harden loses possession and goes back over to Ukraine. So nice defense from Lipovic.
Got inspired there after making a shot against Harden.
Krzyzewski shouting, push the ball to his team. And a little lackadaisical approach there from Mr. Harden. Jeter bounce pass. Kornienko over to Zabarchenko. Zabarchenko. Kornienko. Over to Lipovic. Short. Irving went out. Got the rebound.
And Ukraine really has to concentrate on transition defense. Don't allow the Americans to run.
Oh, good read from Lipovic. So Lipovic started well today. Jeter, that's going to be off. Krastov. And draws the foul.
He attacks Davis right there. That's a good job by Slava Krastov. Not intimidated by the shot blocker in Anthony Davis. He's got a huge wingspan, and he had 5 blocks, I believe, last night, right, against Dominican Republic.
Yes, he did. You saw Gladier looking on from the bench. You know, he wishes he was out there. And he also a player with NBA connections, already been drafted. So it shows you these guys are not unknowns across the pond. Krastov puts Ukraine on top 3-2. So just 2 points for the United States, nearly 4 minutes into the game here.
That's an extremely low production for them. We've seen him just off racing.
Kraftsov, very smart move really from Fratello to start Kraftsov today with the NBA experience. I'm not sure that it's a statement about Najasko, but Curry misses. Sabrachenko gets it over to Jeter. Well, let's put it this way. Ukraine played poorly yesterday. They can raise their game. And Harden forces the turnover. Irving. And the charge called on Kyrie Irving.
That was a good defensive position there by Sabrachenko. Kyrie Irving cannot believe it, but that's the call.
Now this.
Yeah, he was outside of the box. Good call.
Yeah, Krzyzewski is asking the referee that very question.
And there's a big substitution coming there for Team USA. He's going to bring Derrick Rose and Klay Thompson on the floor. Coach Krzyzewski doesn't like what he sees.
Jeter. Oh, the ball hit into the hands of Kraftsov.
Count it.
And one. So really the slowest start for the USA in this tournament.
How about Kraftsov against Davis? It's the second time he's just taking it right on him.
Rose and Thompson are coming in for Curry and Irving.
Look at the replay. Slava Kraftsov just absolutely not intimidated by Davis. Feels pretty good about himself. You have to attack the shot blocker.
And he's making his free throws. So 7-2 the advantage. I think without question, Rose has the instructions to get the ball up the floor quickly on the break. Harden. And Lipovi.
From the back, he slapped the ball. I think that's going to be number 2. No, that's number 1. Lipovi. Only 2 team fouls there for Ukraine, so they are playing very focused defense. Of course, the Americans have turned the ball over themselves sometimes.
So you see Harden using his body well and getting in.
Yeah, but a smart play by Lipovi, who was defending him. He just got out of the way. You don't foul him unnecessarily.
Jeter goes between his legs, gets in, and scores just out of the reach of Farid.
Look at a scoop shot by Jeter. And you know that Kenneth Farid was trying to get that.
Kraftsov affected the shot from Rose, and then Kornienko came in, crashed the boards. Boy, how would you describe this start for the USA, though, offensively?
Very poor, and 4 points in 5 minutes, I think. Absolutely something very surprising or completely against what we've seen so far in Bilbao from Team USA.
Lipovi travels and gives it back to the United States.
But this is what happens sometimes. If you know you have qualified, you have done your mission here in Bilbao, maybe they're already mentally in the knockout stage.
Anthony Davis kind of floats in, uses the glass.
That was the athletic play that we used to see from Anthony Davis. Receiving the ball on the move, keeping the ball high up and kissing it off the glass.
And the pass inside. Kornienko.
A lot of problems there for the defense of the United States. Jeter just going all over the place with the ball. They're looking for the cutter.
Davis. And the rebound, Kornienko.
Look at Kornienko. I mean, he's just really getting a lot of boards there.
Well, you got to make a contribution in some way. And Jeter was short. Farid pushes it up quickly to Rose. Rose flies in, and a follow by Anthony Davis.
That's his strength. I mean, when he gets in motion and he's crashing the boards, it's very difficult to do anything.
Kraftsov. Oh, uses the glass.
What a soft touch.
Fratello was saying, hey, this guy's an NBA player. We need to, don't dispute that.
I mean, he's certainly looking like a big-time NBA player here in the opening moments. Just so poised.
minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Kravtsov out, and Jasko comes in. And Zabarinko rather goes out. Zabarchenko. There you go. See the replay, the dunk from Anthony Davis.
Look at that right here. What quickness. You got DeMarcus Cousins there too, the big fella. He's gonna bang against Netyashko. That's two heavyweights right there.
There's Cousins, and he was fouled from behind.
Was on the floor. Mike Krzyzewski just trying to fire the troops up, like shouting, just let's go, let's get it going.
It's like, let's rev the engine a little bit. Klay Thompson, that's good on the baseline.
That's gonna work, coming off the screen, Klay Thompson.
Mishula, he's in the game, hands it off to Jeter. How many minutes can Jeter play today?
I mean, they gotta win. I mean, why save him? I mean, they're gonna try to go for it. Upset City.
Back to Jeter, off the front of the rim.
Ever since game 2, he's been missing the shots from the three-point line. I think he just gotta be tired with the heavy minutes at his plate.
Nice drive from D-Rose. Now it's a one-point game.
And I think Mike Fratello is trying to signal just calm down and run our plays. Just take some time off the clock.
Nice cut and great follow from Lipovic.
Nice follow there after the miss. What's up? Was it Kornienko who missed a shot? Well, short there by Klay Thompson.
Jasko. I'm sure New Zealand fans are enjoying this very much. The team having done the hard part of beating Finland. And Ukraine coming out and giving the USA a good run for their money here early on. See if the USA can get the grips with this game here at the end of the first quarter. The ball handed off, and Thompson had the shot blocked. Kornienko comes up with it and is fouled by DeRozan.
I tell you what, I mean, the Ukrainians are fighting. See, they are not taking anything from the Americans.
They're competing with their Basketball World Cup future on the line. See Kornienko with the foul there. Free throw good. Now, fascinating situation here with Mihailik in the game. He's only 17 years of age.
Going to the University of Kansas. And
I mean, he's gonna, you know, he's not even played college basketball yet. He has to go out and play against the NBA guys. What do you think about that?
What a special moment for him in his young career.
You know, Bill Self is watching this. The coach at Kansas, which is where he's going to be playing. And DeRozan just lost the ball, and a foul's called on Pustosmanov.
You know that Pustosmanov is a hard-nosed defender. I mean, if you're close to him, I mean, he's gonna give you some tough handling.
So 5 fouls. Both teams will be in the bonus here for the rest of the way. Rudy Gay up against Zaitsev. Quality spin move and just missed a shot. And that was Rudy Gay fouls Jasko.
Did you see that spin move? I mean, there was some explosiveness on this move. Just could not finish the shot. I mean, I don't think he was contested.
He could have dunked it.
He's deceptively quick, Rudy Gay.
Jasko with a chance to take it to the biggest lead of the game for Ukraine.
Are we going to start to recount our calculations there? Who goes to Barcelona?
We may have to. Bring out the calculator. And Jasko makes both free throws and takes it up to 19 to 12. Well, clearly the USA want to push the ball up the floor faster. There's Thompson. You know, the game in international basketball tends to be a lot of half-court basketball. Run when you get the chance. USA want to run all the time. Nice bounce pass to Postosvanov, but he's swatted. Swatted by Cousins.
That was difficult. He caught it on the run. It was a beautiful pass there in the back door against DeRozan, but Cousins was in the right spot. Good job by him. Great defensive play. It's a big body right there under the ball.
Mishula. Klay Thompson with the rebound. Rudy Gay short. And the ball saved by Gay. Now that gives Ukraine some numbers, but I think they'll try to hold it for one. See if Mishula gets this shot off, or is he going to perhaps try to pass it to Postosvanov? Yeah, Mishula's going to put it up and rims out. Postosvanov, or Mihailik followed. There's Rudy Gay, and that's how it is. So Ukraine, they come out to play a 40-minute game. 10 minutes of that game is now done, and they lead it 19-14 against the United States, needing to win to move on to the round of 16.
Nobody scored anything from three-point line. Look at it right there. Outside shooting not a factor at all for both teams.
Really?
0 for 6 for Ukraine and 0 for 3 for USA.
George, a lethargic performance from the USA so far.
Yeah, getting out-rebounded too with 5 offensive rebounds for Ukraine, 16 to 10 total. I am surprised and shocked. I mean, I have to wonder how much of a preparation by Mike Fratello, who's coaching the NBA for decades, has a factor, or could have a factor on the game today. This is one of the few quarters that Team USA has lost in the tournament. I think it's the second one because they lost one quarter against Turkey. You know, in my opinion, it's the second quarter that they lost. Look at that, Coach Krzyzewski is going with the second group of guys here. None of the starters on the floor right now. Means Derrick Rose gonna go at point guard, Klay Thompson at the off guard, DeMar DeRozan at small forward, Rudy Gay at power forward, and DeMarcus Cousins at the center spot.
Well, you see the USA players on the bench, they don't look too stressed out right now, but if Ukraine win this game, they go to the round of 16. And the team that loses out, New Zealand. Because they have lost both of their games. They would end up losing, they lost both of their games to both Turkey and the Dominican Republic. So they would lose in head-to-heads against either of those teams.
Yep, so they are the odd man out.
So don't be surprised if the Tall Blacks show up here and start rooting for the Americans. Mishula. Over to Jasko, and Jasko, certainly you can see the body language and the intensity from Cousins. It's like, let's turn this thing up a notch.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to get embarrassed here. They want to win. Finish it up, finish the group up strong.
Gay, right at the line, and Cousins keeps it alive and puts it up, and it's and one.
He is such a powerful player there for Team United States under the basket. I mean, how do you get this guy out of the paint? Good job by him.
Foul on Zaitsev. He was the hero of the win against Turkey. And 3 points, cuts it now to a 2-point deficit. You know, what the USA don't want to do is not so much about being embarrassed with the losses. They don't want to all of a sudden let doubt creep into their minds.
It's just they don't want to go with a loss to the playoffs. I mean, the knockout stage is coming up.
Zaitsev hits a long jump shot.
Look at DeMarcus Cousins.
Rose gets in and puts it up off the glass.
Oh, that was spectacular drive there by Derrick Rose. But let me go back to DeMarcus Cousins. He's a really effective player. He's playing only 32 minutes in the NBA for his club Sacramento Kings, but he's getting 22.5 points in that time. Almost instant offense.
How many minutes is he averaging?
31.
31. And the miss, the rebound from Rose. DeRozan, Thompson, and Kostosvanov with the rebound. Bounce pass to K-Real Najasko, and he goes up and scores with the left hand.
Nice job, he gathered up. He almost got blocked from behind, but he gets it off in time. 2 points for Big K.
Cousins pulls his way down, and Kostosvanov gets in there and gets the rebound.
There's some serious battle between him and Najasko.
Yeah, Najasko's not giving away too much, is he, so far? Now Klay Thompson quickly to DeRozan. And Kostosvanov fouls DeRozan. See the replay, and Najasko goes up with a left hand. DeRozan just a little bit too slow reacting. Rudy Gay comes out. Rose comes out. Another replay of Rose with that spectacular move.
I thought he gave a good lift there, Derrick Rose. I don't think he was too fired up coming off the floor.
He'll go back out there. Plenty of time in this half for him to reemerge. We haven't seen Curry come back yet.
As I said before, this is so difficult if you got a group of such a talented players, of 12 talented players, just to make a rotation that will keep everybody happy. Almost impossible.
James Harden going to come back in. See him just sitting down there at the scorer's table. Zaitsev uses his body. You say you feel the defense.
He doesn't shy away from it.
Ukraine have some tall,
Lanky.
have some big guys that, with some mobility.
I mean, imagine they put some muscle on those frames. Because they are just severely outmatched in the department. Sure. That's what, when I was talking to assistant coach Joe Wolf, that's what he said. I asked him if it's a good idea for Mikhailu, the young guy, to go to University of Kansas. I said, oh, absolutely. They're just going to change his body in the United States.
Going to get him in the weight room.
That's an interesting observation.
Of course, you hope that he doesn't lose his flexibility as well. I know there's big debates, perhaps. You got to lift some weights. Zaitsev only goes 1 of 2. Remember, Ukraine finished 6th at the Eurobasket to get to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. The Americans won the Olympic gold medal, so this is what you're talking about. Huge underdogs going up against the United States. Harden to Irving, gets it to Fareed. You can't stop that.
You cannot. If he gets in motion, he's so strong and powerful that usually he finishes that.
And now Fareed is calling the defense.
Oh yeah, you hear him all the way out here.
Jeter pulls back now, goes in. Over to Mishula. Shot clock winding down. Najasko went up against Davis, but then Davis came down awkwardly.
And there's the pressure of Najasko he put on Davis.
Well, they didn't get, their centers are playing excellent basketball today, Ukraine. Look at Najasko getting in there, and Davis just can't control it. 24-22, Ukraine. Kravtsov back in the game. Wonder if alarm bells are going to start ringing down in Auckland pretty soon here in New Zealand. If Ukraine can take the lead to halftime. Jeter with a new shot clock. Over to Zaitsev. Mishula gets in, and There you see Sasha Volkov.
He's smiling more than yesterday.
I've never seen him so relaxed.
Yeah.
Just looks like maybe a little bit of body there from Curry. Mike Fratello, his 4th year at the helm of Ukraine's national team. Mishula, 22 years old. Makes the second. Irving for 3. Count it! And the USA on top.
First time in the game, though, after 48 minutes of play.
Oh, is that right? That score?
That would have been a very long 2-pointer.
And Jeter goes up. Quickly now, Harden. And the foul and the attempt. So the free throw is coming for Harden. So that Irving 3-pointer tied it. It didn't put the USA on top.
25-22, that's correct. So high game. US still looking for its first lead.
Well, Fratello is asking if the score is right as well. So, to admit it confused me. I thought it was different at one point. Yeah, because Mishula made 1 of 2, and then Irving came down and made the 3-pointer to tie it. But Fratello is still questioning whether or not the score is correct. And Kraftstoff with the rebound. Jeter comes back, and the ball goes out of bounds. And now Fratello is going to come up again and ask to double check the score, because we had some confusion over here. Filipino referee asked Fratello to go back to his side of the back. So I think they're just going to have to accept it. Anyway, 14 seconds on the shot clock. 25-25, 5:39 remaining in the first half. Lipovy to Kraftstoff. Jeter back to Zaitsev. And nice runner, but misses. Fareed in the open floor. Harden, quick pass over to Curry. Back to Harden, and the travel for Harden turns it back over to Ukraine.
Very well, I think that James Harden is a little bit frustrated. He got it tangled up there with Lipovy. Like just a moment ago, now he takes the travel.
It's interesting that the bigs for Ukraine have kind of given them a chance here in this game.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think that's been the big issue, hasn't it? They've given them a launch pad.
As you said before, they play some smart basketball.
Ukraine, Jeter gets in and puts Ukraine back in front.
That was a nice explosive move there by Jeter. Way to use his body, just dipped in his shoulder. Got rid of Kyrie Irving, who was playing defense on him. Good one-on-one situation.
Irving over on the baseline, knots it at 27.
That is tough. He just doesn't have to drive it. I mean, he's so good from mid-distance. Sticks it.
Ukraine in no rush. The pick. Kraftstoff rolls. Fareed almost intercepted. Now Kornienko puts up a 3-pointer.
Oh, he had a great look after Fareed was out of play.
Ukraine quickly back on defense. Irving inside the arc, short. And what hustle from the USA there. both Irving and Harden chasing the ball down, gets another shot, and it ends up with a three-pointer.
That is a killer. I mean, it was the NBA 3 and further. Steph Curry, I mean, he can make them, you know that.
But all because of the hustle. Both Irving and Fareed chasing the ball before it went out of bounds. And a foul called on the Americans.
Curry, yeah, he got tangled up there with Mishula. That's number 2 on Curry. That was a deep three-pointer there.
Timeout, United States here as you see the replay of Curry making that three-pointer. Americans leading it 30-27.
Looking at Team USA, I think they are a little bit more relaxed after a very slow start. They look sharp at all in the first 15 minutes of play. Just took their first lead on a three-pointer by Curry. Here you have Mike Fratel. I think he's been coaching a good game. He's been able to use his big guys underneath the basket. I think Pooh Jeter has been stellar at the point guard, but you also have a key contribution there from Lipovi, from Mishula. They've done a good job.
See Volkov, the Ukraine Basketball Federation president, the former NBA player.
And a legend.
A legend, really, without question. Won gold medals as a member of the former Soviet Union. In some ways, Ukraine have been able to come out relaxed today, haven't they? They say Lipovi for 3, and good hustle. Ukraine beating the Americans to the ball that time after the long rebound. Kravtsov goes up against Anthony Davis, and just great footwork from Kravtsov.
He should have finished that. I mean, he had a wide open look. He just didn't make that shot.
Did you see Jetter's father stand up there and Jetter's wife?
He was fired up that move. Did you see that? I mean, he completely went around Anthony Davis. And it is not easy with Davis's mobility.
Kravtsov is showing a lot today. Probably his best game.
No question. But it was the same thing with Omer Ashik of Turkey. I think if these guys who play in the NBA play against the Americans, they feel the challenge and they rise to the occasion. Would you agree?
Feel the challenge, and it's perhaps a little bit more of a different style of game, isn't it? .336 remaining. What is Ukraine thinking right now?
I would stay with the same game plan. It's working. They down only 2.
They're controlling the tempo. I mean, the United States not able to push it up the floor as quickly as they want.
I mean, just gonna hang around, and they hope for an upset in the closing moments of the game. If it gets that far.
Kravtsov bothering Anthony Davis.
And that's a good defense there. Not out of position. Slava Kravtsov just stays with his hands up.
Jeter. Now, Harden. And one coming for James Harden.
And that is tough. I mean, he's going to his right, shooting with his left hand hanging there in the midair. James Harden is a super athlete.
Kornienko with the foul, his first.
They bring out Muslin, DeMarcus Cousins. Look at the move by James Harden. I mean, he just faked left, right. I mean, how do you defend a guy like that? Kornienko just didn't have a chance right there.
James Harden has got his 5th point of the game now. A little bit of full court pressure. They take it off Jeter with 3 minutes to go. And Ukraine trying to stay within touch here. Just down 5. But after a positive first half, you don't want to go. You don't want to lose it right here in the closing stages of the second quarter. But Lipovi somehow gets it back. Zabarchenko. Good.
Nice play right there. A little bit of luck that Lipovic recovered that ball and he almost lost, but open shot for Zabirchenko and he nails it down. 2-point game. And I agree with what you said. You just want to stay strong, play the last 2.5 minutes strong, so you go to the locker room with a chance.
Well, look at the three-point shooting. That was Ukraine's first, 1 of 11 from three-point range. And now Curry's hit another one.
Immediately answering Team USA was Stephon Curry.
3 of 7 from downtown with USA. Jeter, now Lipovic, and Curry knocked the ball out of Lipovic's hands. And Jeter fouls Curry as he crosses midcourt. It's his second foul.
And a bonus there for United States. So it's going to be 2 free throws for Mr. Curry. It's not a bad option there to have at the free throw line.
Tom Thibodeau, the assistant coach of the Chicago Bulls, watching his star player Derrick Rose coming back into the game this summer and coming back into this game here. Mishula comes in for Jeter, who doesn't want to pick up his third foul. Mishula with just 1 foul. Curry now with 7 points. He's started to heat up a little bit, hasn't he? We can expect bigger things from Curry offensively in this tournament.
He's instant offense. He can heat up. We're going to start calling him Microwave Curry.
Like Vinny the Microwave, do you remember him?
Yep.
Vinny Johnson, 38-31 USA with their biggest lead of the game, 7 points. Ukraine have also led by as many as 7. Shula. Now Zabirchenko. 3 on the shot clock. Splits the defense, gets it over to Lipovic, who faces the hand of Rose.
Good
and
defense
the shot
here.
clock violation.
I mean, Klay Thompson started with a good defense, but he almost trapped Zabirchenko there in the corner. And nothing could have happened out of that situation.
Anthony Jaschko sharing a laugh with Zaitsev. 1.5 minutes to go here in the opening half. Harden fouled by Zabirchenko. So more free throws coming the way for the USA.
And there's still 1 minute 20 seconds to play. It's a 7-point game right now. So you just don't really want to let your guard down and get a lead for the United States up to double digits after you play great 16 minutes. I would try to look for Slava Kravtsov there. If he can do anything against DeMarcus Cousins, he might use his speed against the much bigger U.S. center.
Kravtsov hands it off to Mishula. Mishula fouled by Harden. That was Zabirchenko that was fouled, excuse me.
Off balance Harden, just runs to his defender.
So that was not a good play by the USA because it puts Ukraine on the line, but Ukraine now misses some free throws, 10 of 14. Boy, it is like a mausoleum in here right now, isn't it? It is quiet. What's happened?
Everybody's waiting and expecting the spectacular plays, but the game has been stopped. It's been a slow-paced game.
Rose gets inside, and Cousins there for the follow.
And this is DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, he's been just very influential there for Team USA around the basket. I mean, he's just such a big body that anytime you miss and you don't box him out, he's going to get the offensive rebound.
Final minute.
Zabrachenko in the corner. Kornienko now gives it to Zabrachenko, who comes in and has the shot blocked by Klay Thompson, and Thompson just grabs that ball, and now Mishula reads it. So bad luck, Mishula. I think he ran into the referee, but that's where Thompson got it. Watch him. He gets to the ball easily. The final 20 seconds now here of the first half. Klay Thompson. Fareed right at the line. Good. And now it is indeed double digits. So 44-32. Mishula for three. And United States getting on top of this game here late in the first half. They lead it 44-32 over a Ukraine team that needs victory to progress to the round of 16.
Just a brief recap for the stats. Ukraine just really struggling there from the three-point line. If you want to have a chance against the United States, you just have to be able to shoot a three-pointer, which is not happening for Ukraine. But nonetheless, it's not a bad result, being down only by 12 points at the half. Deadlocked right there on the rebounds, 21 apiece. Turnovers 8 for Ukraine. That is not a bad number against the United States. It likes to play high-pressure defense. So a good concentration there from Team Ukraine, but just not enough. The high scores there, Slava Kravtsov having a good game with 8 points and 4 rebounds. Stefan Curry with 8 points. Kenneth Fareed dominated the boards with 5. Stick around for the second half. At half, it's Ukraine 32, United States 44.
44-32, the United States unbeaten on top of Ukraine. Ukraine led for the much of the first half, but the United States got to grips with the game in the latter stages and now look good bets to go on and finish unbeaten. But you know what? We got 20 minutes to go. Ukraine are going to be fighting for their FIBA Basketball World Cup lives, trying to get to the round of 16. And see the USA fans there, they like their team's chances. Remains to be seen, you know, what type of resistance they're going to find in this FIBA Basketball World Cup. I think without question, once they get to Barcelona, things are going to become a little bit harder. And Ukraine would like nothing more than to pull off a big surprise here in the second half. My guess is that there aren't too many people that are giving Ukraine a chance in this second half against the U.S. team.
Well, I mean, they started out well, but I think it's a similar thing like with Turkey. You can surprise the team United States. You can surprise them for 10, 20, 25 minutes. But I think it's an extremely difficult feat to upset them in 40 minutes game. Because you know that at some point they're going to turn it on.
And Ukraine without Serhii Gladier, you know, they're really brewing the fact that they didn't come out and play their best basketball yesterday against New Zealand because they had their destiny in their own hands. You'd like your chances of beating New Zealand a lot more so than your chances of beating this USA team.
That's well put, Jeff.
And don't forget, Ukraine lost to a Finnish side that
also by 4 points.
That the United States team beat by like 60. So, you know, Ukraine can look back at this tournament and see where they've quite easily messed up. They didn't come here as the favorites of the tournament, but they have come here. They remain a great story in international basketball with up-and-coming talents and veterans, Mike Fratello, and no matter what happens, let's hope that they can continue to make strides. Fratello asking for the defense. What was interesting that press conference of the last game with New Zealand beating Finland. It was such an emotional game that went the way of New Zealand. You know, there were tears in the locker room, tears in the press conference from Finland. You know, nobody wants to leave this tournament. So with that in mind, look out for Ukraine. They're going to give everything here in the second half. Anthony Davis. And good start for Ukraine.
That is such a tough defense there by Slava Kravtsov. He just stayed there up in the face of Davis. Great job.
Davis just with 4 points today. Lipovic fouled by Harden.
But I'll tell you what, I mean, Slava Kravtsov in one-on-one situations, I mean, he's making a name for himself against these big superstars, defensively and offensively.
Somebody needs to pass out some espresso in the stands, though. These people, they're just not making the noise that we've heard in the last game. It's incredible.
I mean, if you're going after the games when the finished fans turn out, that's a difficult thing to match.
Jeter, his accuracy from the floor today hasn't been that good. Just 2 of 7 inside the arc, 0 of 2 from long range in the first half. So maybe he'll start to hit some shots. Third foul on Jeter. You know, when you're Ukraine, you want to take advantage of these opportunities while you're here at a World Cup because you don't know when you're going to make it back.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not easy to get through that 2014 Eurobasket. Irving dumps it off to Davis.
That's a quick done. An easy finish by Anthony Davis. Look at Kenneth Reed. He's bringing it up. The pressure. He wants no part of it. Anything slacking off. He likes to play up tempo.
Lipovic to Kornienko, passed up the jumper, and does just get it off in time, but the shot is blocked.
That was Anthony Davis coming from the weak side after the mismatch of Kornienko against.
And now Jeter just steals the ball over to Zabarchenko, back to Jeter. And his pass almost intercepted. Krastov, great poise in the low post.
Absolutely. I mean, he just waited for a good position and then went out. Davis didn't even try to block it.
Davis has not been at his best today.
Absolutely. Defensively, especially.
Still time for that to change. Curry from the right corner.
Oh, man. I mean, such a quick shot. I mean, you just see that. I mean, he receives the ball, squares up, and immediately goes up. What a heads-up play there by Stephon Curry.
Lipovic takes the handoff. Now, takes a tough shot with Farid, but Farid is whistled for the foul.
But is it a veteran move right there by Lipovic? He feels the contact almost like he's playing in the NBA. Goes for the shot.
I'm sure he could get a tryout over there with his coach, Mr. Fratello, if he thinks he's ready for it.
That's patience right there.
It is, but then Krastov just kind of stumbles, loses it out of bounds. Here's another look. Just turned too fast for his own good.
Yep.
So you see this USA team with its rotation with Irving, with the starting five, plus Klay Thompson, first man off the bench, and Cousins.
Yeah, Cousins has been.
And Rudy Gay. You see about an 8-man squad getting considerable minutes.
You got Derrick Rose too. I think that DeMar DeRozan will not see so much playing time. Drummond, yeah. It's about, so you get a 9-man rotation basically without these three guys.
Harden. And with that shot, Mike Fratello calls a timeout. This lead has ballooned now to 17 points. The United States. Three-point shooting for Ukraine has been nowhere today.
Wow, in single digits, 8% only. That is difficult to match up against the United States if you are not making the outside shot. That was a shot by Harden. Nice play there, one-on-one with the step back. You can look at Stephon Curry. I mean, he's encouraging all his teammates when they make a heads-up play. He goes up, slaps them, gives them a high five. I mean, he really is a leader. He knows what the national team duty is all about.
He played at youth level for the United States and has played now here at played at the World Championship in 2010. Now he's here at the World Cup 4 years later. Three on the shot clock to Zabarchenko. Good! Well, he must have heard us. He's hit 2 threes.
Over Farid.
Farid was like, wow, what was that?
That was a quick shot right there. That's what it was.
Zabarchenko, when I watched him at the Eurobasket last year, wasn't that influential. He's been more important to this team this summer. He seems to have been a bigger contributor. Harden for 3. And Kornienko. And that's just a gift.
Almost had it in his hands, but just couldn't control the board.
Kyrie Irving from the left corner, and you get punished.
That's the fourth time he's hit it from the half distance right there. Kyrie Irving, just like a machine. What a perfect shooting form.
He's got 9 points.
Very effective and quiet 9 points.
Entry pass to Kraustoff, and Farid this time swats it. Jeter hits the three.
Beats the shot clock right there. Nice shot by Pooh Jeter. He had to really put it up to get it off against Irving.
So Volkov celebrating with a wry smile, and now Davis loses it, but Curry with the shot passes back over to Harden. And Kornienko doesn't fumble this one out of bounds.
Well, Stephen Curry just really looking for his teammates. He had a chance to shoot it, but gave it up.
Zabarchenko turned it over, and an and one.
How difficult is it to guard Harden? I mean, when he gets running, he's looking for you. And he draws the contact, goes up, because he's so strong, he can take the contact and finish it. And you're going to be called for the foul.
Zabarchenko is going to come over and talk to Mike Fratello, and he's going to ask him, why did you make that pass that led to the turnover?
But look at it right here. I mean, this is so difficult to defend. James Harden, I mean, this is like an instinct. We have seen it so many times in the tournament that he's able to finish the fast break with the and one play.
Farid gets the rebound. It's a, I don't want to say it's a disastrous consequence of the turnover, but could be a 4, even a 5-point trip down the floor with USA getting that offensive rebound. Quick step from James Harden.
Very effective and quiet. 13 points for James Harden. Only 19 minutes of play. Or really, any of these players just can get started in a heartbeat.
Now that's a pass to Kraustoff that he's going to turn into points.
There's no weak side help right there. That's not really fault of Anthony Davis, because he fully fronted Slava Kraustoff.
Kraustoff whistled for the foul, fighting for position. That's number 2 on him.
He doesn't want to give anything for free to Davis, I tell you that. I mean, defensively, he's just making a stand.
Well, he's got a couple NBA coaches over there on the bench watching him. Now, quick rebound to Jeter. Up to Kraustoff for the dunk.
I think Coach Krzyzewski's not happy about Anthony Davis not making the effort to run back.
You know, we talked about it in the other games. Curry puts up the 3, and Cousins is going to come into the game. Foul on Zabarchenko. That's his 3rd. Also, Rudy Gay is going to come in, so Davis will come out. And presumably Farid as well. Here's another look at that replay of Kraustoff.
He's up to 14 points and 4 rebounds.
But you've talked about the other games about the fatigue factor, playing 5 games in 6 days. I mean, could that be part of the problem today with Anthony Davis, even though he hasn't had to go a full 40 minutes in any of the games?
I think with him, he's a young player. With him, it's just a mental thing because his team has qualified. I mean, he probably just feels like he's done a job here in Bilbao and he wants to play next to him in Barcelona. That's the only explanation, because I think he's a type of an athlete that Jeff does not get tired. That's my opinion. I think he can run all day, all night.
Curry's having his best game of the tournament so far. That's without question. He's got 14 points. And the USA are on top by 16. Good change of direction there by Jeter to get out of view for Rose. Jeter puts up a 3. He's already hit 1. Now he's found his range, hasn't he?
Nice. Good shot by Jeter.
Gladier likes it. It's like, I wish I could be out there. Harden hands it off to Cousins, and Lipovi fouls Cousins.
That was a hard foul by Lipovi.
Watch.
Oh, he just smothers there.
Yep, well, you don't want to give away the easy one. So,
isn't that a mantra of all coaches? Just don't give up easy baskets.
but it's paid off. He hasn't made the first. So he makes the second. Cousins. See if there's any ramifications of that foul at the other end now that Cousins is going to go play defense. If Lipovi drives in. Here's Jeter. Goes baseline. Look at him. He's over there dancing around up against Rudy Gay. Puts up a jumper. Good!
Count that right there for Jeter. I mean, he's inspired big time in the second half.
Well, he's one of those guys that once he gets in the flow, all of a sudden everything's going to drop. Oh, and Krastov swats Rudy Gay. And that's really the first time the USA have been literally swatted in this tournament.
Great block by Slava Krastov. Long arms on him. Look at that right here. Absolutely now, James Harden next time. Good play by him.
Krastov with quite a game. Krastov has 14 points, 4 rebounds, and now he's got a block.
But Harden just comes back at you. A few seconds later, same next position.
Four fouls on Jeter, so that's an unfortunate situation with the reach.
Anytime he goes left, I mean, it's just almost impossible to stop if he's in motion. He's let's not forget it, he's 6'6", 1.95 m. So he's a tall player. Lefty. Long arms. Long beard.
Long beard, long knees, long legs. Hey, DeRozan, or rather Cousins, goes in, and Heilig is going to come in. Korniako's coming out. Foul on Derrick Rose with 2:24 to go here. USA, would you say it's a comfortable lead for them right now, 63-49?
I think 14 points, they're going to control it. Right down 20 points. I think that would be the plan. I think we saw that yesterday against the Dominican Republic. They just settled around 20. They just opened it up to 30 at the end of the game, last 5 minutes, I think.
Pustos is enough. Gives it, now Mishula.
I think for USA, it's more about execution. If they're doing the right things, if they're missing the shots, it's not such a big deal.
Mishula floats in, and Krastov followed the shot. Now Harden. Gay. Mihailiuk.
He collided with the Ukrainian defenders there, Rudy Gay.
Now that's just inexperience from Mihailiuk right there. Don't forget, Mihailiuk is just 17. Number 7. Zaitsev. Quickly to the other end is D-Rose. And nice hustle down the floor from Cousins.
Good job by the big man to run the floor. Not easy for him with all the mass that he's carrying.
Stozvanov over to Zaitsev. Nice touch from Zaitsev.
And a nice read like that. Hit a mismatch against Derrick Rose. Used it. 2 points for Ukraine.
16-point game. USA with the final 50 seconds here of the quarter. And D-Rose gets the rebound.
Look at the hustle by D. Rose. I mean, did he get up for that offensive board?
And Mashula's pass goes off the hands of Postosvanov. Krastov comes to sit down for the final 33.8 seconds of the quarter. Yeah, that was great hustle from Cousins to get down the floor. Jasko into the game as well as Anthony Davis. We'll see if Anthony Davis shows a little bit more fire here. There you go. Oh, and he didn't dunk it. I thought it was going to be a flush, but he's playing with a little bit more reserve today. $18 points to lead.
When you spoke about a minute distribution there for Team USA, and there's nobody averaging more than 23.5 minutes. And it's Kyrie Irving, the most heavily used player. You got 6 players now on 20.
4.7 seconds, and Davis pushes Najashko away and picks up the foul.
I don't know, he just seems not to be here today mentally, Anthony Davis. He really is in Barcelona.
Zaitsev puts up a long jumper that's good, kind of a running jumper. And he clenched his fists over at the team to say, yeah, let's do this. And Mihailiuk, look at Gladier.
He's asking for a three-pointer, but...
No, he was well inside the three-point arc. I thought he was. See if we can see another look at it. They're going to look at it to see if it was a three, in fact.
Some serious coaching on there on the sidelines. Mike Fratello is really spending a lot of time there with Mishula, his 22-year-old point guard. I think he's not so happy with him.
There you go. Here's Irving. So 69-54 is the score. And it was a three. So three-pointer from Zaitsev cuts the lead back to 15. Any chance we'll see a little bit of full court press here from Ukraine?
Just points. I don't know if you really want to pressure Kyrie Irving. Who are you going to pressure full court?
I don't know, but
I think the United States would love it.
Now, what's really interesting is Sasha Volkov, the president of the Ukraine Federation, has marched all the way down to the referee's table from his seat in the stands to argue something. And if the players can see it, it might fire him up.
I mean, he's animated.
That may have been the ploy, to go down there so his players could see it and to light a fire under them. To make sure they put a tough 10 minutes.
I mean, he didn't just go down. I mean, he stormed down.
He was breathing fire. (69-54), the United States on top of Ukraine, the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. And right before the start of the quarter here, the Ukrainian Basketball Federation President Sasha Volkov, used to play for Mike Fratello in the NBA, came marching down to the table to argue something to the referees. And we'll see if that's had any impact on the players if they saw him. That would have fired me up. Najashko gets inside, puts it up off the glass.
That was a roundhouse hook shot right there from Najashko. Just missed it badly.
Mihailiuk, Thompson goes around him. Rudy Gay drives in with the finger roll and follows it up.
Now look at Rudy Gay. I mean, he stays with the ball. I like him off the bench too. I mean, he's accepted his role, and when he steps on the floor, he plays hard. Remember the dive yesterday when he just dove over the boards there?
It felt like the game before he let himself down, but the dive over the boards and that performance has helped him. Okay, here comes Davis. Holy cow!
What runway was he taking off from? Are you kidding?
73-54, the United States back up in front by 19.
That was a quick timeout there by Mike Fratello. He's looking at his guys like, what's going on? Did we just talk about it? What's going on? Looking at Bustos one off. He's not happy right now. I mean, coming out of the timeout, I mean, they just missed out on 2 possessions right there. See the bench scoring in favor of the United States, 19-13. I think that USA just settled into routine. You know, about 22 turnovers, points from turnovers.
For the USA, yeah.
That's what they've been saying the whole time. I mean, they try to play pressure defense. If they get the ball, they
okay, is this the Bilbao runway?
The airport is far away, but Anthony Davis was taking off here in the Bilbao Exhibition Center. Look at it one more time. Enjoy that one. Boom!
Is he the best player in the world right now?
He's 21 years old. He's not the best right now, but he might as well be in 2 years. That's what I heard from one of the assistant coaches.
Which one was it? Tell me.
Stays between me and you, Jeff. Off the air. That's off the air material.
So I can slip it in somewhere in the commentary, and if you're listening, if you can pick it up, see if you can put that clue together. Mihalyuk. And Lipovic's going to come back in as well as Jeter. No use sitting on the bench for Jeter. Mihalyuk turns it over. Rudy Gay. And Zaitsev with the rebound now. Quickly up the floor, Mihalyuk. And he had nowhere to go.
He tried. He tried. No, he just tried to take it in. Strong there against Rudy Gay. That was Klay Thompson. I tell you what, I mean, Klay Thompson can just move his feet.
Yeah, bet he can beat his dad in a race.
I mean, he doesn't seem like a great athlete like the rest of them, but I mean, he's just so deceptively quick.
He's just like Fotu in a way. He's just kind of chilled out there, isn't he? Mishula drives, fouled by Curry. You know the New Zealanders are rooting for the United States because they want them to put the Ukrainians away. Because if Ukraine were to win this game, they would knock New Zealand out. So in tournament play, all of these games, you know, everybody's watching them, aren't they? Because they have an impact on the standings. Only the top 4 teams will move on to the round of 16. Mishula!
Nice three-pointer by him. Just to follow up on what you said, the better standing that you get in the group, the weaker opponent theoretically you should receive in the next round.
And Gay's pass intercepted by Lipovic. But I'll comment on that 1 second. See the reach and the great, you know, Coach K really, Coach Mike Krzyzewski really hailed the defense of Derrick Rose last night. He said that was the best defending, if my memory serves correctly, that they had in the game. And right there, he's showing you what he's all about defensively.
He's an athlete. I mean, he can overplay the lane with the best of them.
Jasko puts it up and in.
He's got such a soft touch. I cannot believe it. I mean, if you look at Kirill Natyashko, such a big man shooting, it's a poetry in motion.
Well, Anthony Davis gets inside.
Nothing fancy, but he just scores.
And Jasko sets the pick. Lipovic tries to knock it away, and a foul on Lipovic. And Anthony Davis, that's not going to count.
He gets fired up on that one.
3 fouls on Lipovic. Coach K will know. You were talking about Coach K will know, Mike Krzyzewski. If you don't know, that's his nickname, Coach K. I'm pretty sure you probably do. And the replay with Davis there. Coach K's team will play the 4th place team from Group D.
Yep.
And the likelihood is, well, that's going to be Mexico because they're winning 76-63 over Korea. And
Thompson hits the long one.
That was a nice play. 2 staggered picks there for Klay Thompson. Gets him open, knocks down the 3. You got some big screeners out there for Team USA with Farid and Cousins.
Lipovi gets in, uses the glass.
That was a really nice move. He's got a lot of potential. I like him.
And the battle down low, foul on Jasko. The other teams that are going to advance from Group D that'll be in Barcelona will be Slovenia, Lithuania, and Australia. And Australia were surprise victim of Angola. What do you think about that today? You just have to come ready to play every game, don't you? And you have to wonder if Australia were really ready.
Like we saw here with Team United States, I mean, if you don't come ready, you may be thinking about next stage.
The only thing that's bad about that Australian defeat, as you look at Zaitsev there with his second foul, is that they had a nice winning momentum going. Now they're going to carry a defeat with them to Barcelona. What if that'll knock them out of their stride a little bit? Cousins misses the first one. Cousins. Second one is good. So Australia advancing. The likelihood is, unless Ukraine have a stirring comeback here, that 2 Oceania representatives will go, since New Zealand also come from Oceania, to the final 16. Ball goes out of bounds with 11 seconds on the shot clock. And in terms of the Americas, you've got Brazil, Argentina, Dominican Republic should be moving on, as well as Mexico. And Krastov goes in and is fouled. Some people might suggest that from top to bottom, European basketball is better. You're going to have Croatia really winning decisively right now against Puerto Rico. So the likelihood is you're going to have Croatia, Turkey, Lithuania, Slovenia, all moving in, as well as Spain and France, and Serbia, although France and Iran are playing today, and France need to win that game. So USA winning at 79-61. And it's good to see the Philippines get a win as well. They've played very well in this tournament. They've finished on a winning note, beating in their last game today. The Philippines were winners over Senegal in overtime, 81-79. So Philippines almost surprised a few teams here at this tournament with Andre Blatch, their center. And they finally got the win today. Klay Thompson, Cousins goes up, and Zaitsev with the ball. Cousins a little bit ticked off that he didn't come away with points there. Cousins, is he the biggest guy in the U.S. team?
I would say him and Drummond. I think Cousins got a few inches there on Drummond, so he would be the biggest guy. I mean, when he gets down the floor, it's impressive.
Lipovi hasn't knocked away by Irving. Thompson spins, gives it back to Cousins, who gives it to Farid.
That was a nice unselfish play there by DeMarcus Cousins. You gotta be happy about it if you coach K. Big guys looking after each other there with Kenneth Farid as the recipient of nice pass.
Mishula leans in, misses, follows it up. That's good for Mishula, one of the players who's really benefited under Mike Fratello. Fratello is showing his confidence in the young player and being rewarded. He's had some big plays at this tournament and at last year's Eurobasket for Mishula. Cousins for the dunk.
Oh, he's took it up strong that time, DeMarcus Cousins.
Cousins now with 11 points. And the interception, and Irving goes up for the dunk. And Mike Fratello has seen enough. He wants to call a timeout with USA leading at 85-64 here, midway through the fourth quarter.
Mike Fratello has he's been with them for 4 years. Is there anything noticeable from your vantage point that what he has done for that program, Mike Fratello, in the 4 years that he's been there? Because Ukraine weren't really on the map, were they?
Oh, they were not. And I was talking to some people from the Ukrainian Federation, and they said that in 4 years that Mike Fratello's been with the program, it's been incredible how the players perceive the national team duty. I mean, before that, like they said 5, 6 years ago, we would be happy if we had 12 players reporting to camp and just getting a team together, because nobody was really into it. But these coaches like Mike Fratello, Bob Hill, Joe Wolf, and all of a sudden, I mean, this is a big-time experience for anybody who comes through that. So I think this is the biggest addition that he's done. And I mean, look at what happened there at the Eurobasket. I mean, they finished 6th and they qualify through Eurobasket, not the wild card, to the World Cup.
Now it's difficult because they've had the Eurobasket moved out of Ukraine because of the civil strife, the political tensions. It's supposed to be there next year, which is a huge blow, but obviously they're bigger things than basketball. But they'll want to keep the momentum going. And do you see them having a chance to make an impact next year? Steal from Irving and into Reed for the dunk.
Hello!
That's what everybody's been waiting for, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. That gets the crowd going. This is the espresso that you were talking about. You don't have to serve it now. We got Kenneth Farid here, making it all happen without caffeine.
He is the human espresso machine.
Let's just go back to Mike Fratello. You just have to hope that he will stay with the Ukrainian Federation, because the impact has been remarkable.
And the miss. DeRozan. And it goes. Oh, and another follow-up dunk from Farid. You know, on that subject, I think you have to give a lot of credit to Alexander Volkov, because it was his idea to bring in Fratello, and he said, I knew he would make a difference. And he was right. And you've got to give Fratello then the credit for being so professional.
I mean, looking at the ages of the players, there are only 2 players that are 30 years old. It's Pujeter and Zavichenko. So you got a lot of continuity. You get a great group of guys to work with. Now you got a couple of the reserves there checking for Team USA. Drummond and Pomerly.
And Cousins gets a huge applause, as well as Farid, for going out.
I think, don't want to take anything from Cousins, but I think this was more for Farid.
Oh, okay. Just because he's been such a popular figure here. 89-64. And that ball goes out of bounds. Ukraine are going to put in Gladier. So he has the messed up ankle, and Serhii Gladier has clearly said he wants to play. And we're also going to see Postovyi come in, Artem, who hasn't played because of a foot injury. And I think this is a good move as you look at the replay of Farid going up for the jam. Thank you, man.
Wow.
Wow. Let's look at it one more time. Let's look at it twice more. Any more? Let's see. You can't see that enough, can you? So Fratello wants Gladier and Postovyi to be able to say they've played against the USA team. And DeRozan makes it. Now, Gladier looks like he's getting up the floor okay right now, but trust me, if he had been anything close to, I would guess, 70%, he would have been out there, or 60% with his ankle. He injured it in the game against Finland. Kornienko foul Mason Plumlee.
And right here's immediately injury to Pustavoy. This is not a good.
No, he's coming out, so it's a shame, really.
They must have collided with somebody that's just pointing to his leg, and Gladier also, I think they just wanted to be on the score sheet. Yeah, that's what the move was right there.
Just to get him out of the game. Hopefully they're okay. Well, they brought Postovyi. See, jumper from Pujeter. Andre Drummond gets the rebound. I think they expected Pustovy to get better as he was here. If it goes, and almost an alley-oop dunk from Mihailiuk. He was the MVP of the Under-20 European Championship Division B. Now Kornienko goes down and gets the steal. Hands it off to Jeter. Jeter off the rim, and the foul called on Klay Thompson. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game.
I got one good piece of information here about Pooh Jeter. You know that Pooh is the younger brother of sprinter Carmelita Jeter, two-time World Athletic Final gold medalist.
I don't know how many other people knew it. That's a good fact.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I mean, you see the athleticism that runs in the family.
She must be faster than he is.
Unbelievable.
There you see Pustovy getting some treatment. He's one of the bright young talents.
I think it's the ankle. He must have turned his ankle there in a few moments that he was there. I know he's 7'1", 2 meters 17, so he's a really tall player. I think he's going to take a longer time to develop, but if he develops, it's going to be a force.
He's 22 years of age. And traveling, the call on Andre Drummond, who's not got the headband on right now.
It's not easy to get going after you sit on the bench for 37 minutes. Difficult position there for Andre Drummond to be in. You know he's such a high-quality player and a prospect. He's also only 22 years old. Or 21, I'm sorry. He's 21 years old.
Pooh Jeter gets applause as he comes out. And Pustovinov rather is going to inbound it. Well, Drummond is a player you may not be aware of that in 2009 he played for the FIBA America's Under-16 Championship for Men U.S. team that won the gold medal. And then he played the next year at the 2010 FIBA Under-17 World Championship for Men. So it's interesting how the program that Colangelo is building has definitely got some continuity in it. Plumlee back outside to Klay Thompson. And DeRozan gets in there. Another who played on the 2009 FIBA Under-19 World Championship for Men team was Klay Thompson.
So you do have some continuity there.
Stephen Curry played as a youth player.
Yep.
DeRozan makes that. Coach K doesn't look too happy.
Does he ever look happy?
Somebody asked him the other day, you didn't seem too happy with the officiating tonight. And he goes, I've been very happy with the FIBA officials. He goes, I often don't look happy when I'm coaching back at Duke University as well. But, that's just who I am.
That's intensity right there.
The reach for Klay Thompson, nope. Ishula for three. And Mihailiuk, Sviatoslav Mihailiuk. And Mihailiuk for three. Zaitsev tries to follow it, but no. Irving, Ooh, hope he's okay, Irving. He's in a little bit of pain over there with that fall.
I think he'll be okay. He's just a little bit shaken up. I think he landed on his back a little bit.
So the last thing you want to see is somebody get injured here at the end of the game with such a big. He's hurt. It looks like the lower back, lower back right above the gluteus maximus.
Was that Latin?
Right there? Yes.
Son of a bitch. Joe, what's up, man?
You can hear him.
And Coach K goes out to look in on the Cleveland Cavalier, the guy that he coached for a year at Duke University. One of 2 players in this team that were Duke Blue Devils. Don't have any North Carolina Tar Heels in this team. Here we go. Oh yeah, he just came down hard, didn't he? Now, is he going to be sore? Ooh, that was a. We saw that earlier. What was the? There was another player that we saw that happen to earlier.
From the Tall Blacks, it was
Vukona or
no? It was. I thought it was.
Now I'm confused. I have to think about that one. And Kyrie Irving's going to leave the arena just to get some ice on that, I guess. And Andre Drummond knocks it away.
It was Jay Webster who landed hard.
Well, you know, if Irving, he'll take tomorrow off if it's a little bit sore.
It's a travel day. I'm sure that they will only have a light practice there.
A little bit of football. They appreciate that in Spain, don't they? With Mason Plumlee. But if he has a travel day, I mean, they're not going to be short of players. But he's been a great player. Mihailiuk hits the 3-pointer here. So Gladier and Postovi, the only players, and Postovanov as well hasn't scored. Derrick Rose. Mason Plumlee goes up for the reverse.
He is an athlete, I'm telling you.
He's already shown his feet skills, and now he goes up and shows his athleticism. Fratello asking for a travel.
Yeah, for the hop, for the NBA hop that they allowed Mason Plumlee to take.
And a jumper from Zaitsev.
Nice fake by him. He just completely faked Plumlee out of the play.
So that's how it's going to finish. United States 95, Ukraine 71. So I guess New Zealand fans are happy. Both teams, the Americans winning at 95-71 to improve to 5-0, and Ukraine not able to spring the upset that would have put them into the round of 16. They're going to regret the losses to Finland and New Zealand. And well, it's the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup, and the players shake hands after a good game. Ukraine played well for a long stretch, really, in the first half. They were right there at halftime, and then things just got away from them in the third quarter.
That's what you almost expect against Team United States, because they play at such intensity that is extremely difficult to match, and the players of United States just waving their goodbye to the city of Bilbao and the fans. They have come here to see them.
And you see the Ukrainians meeting at midcourt, and you need to put this into perspective. They came here, and really they controlled their own destiny, even today, although it was always going to be tough against the United States. It's been a good FIBA Basketball World Cup for Ukraine. They just couldn't finish the job yesterday against New Zealand, and that was the big blow.
First time ever at the World Cup. Look at the shooting right here that just did not help them from the three. They improved it because they were in the single digits there early on in the game, brought it up to 33%, but nonetheless fought hard. Team United States played a team game. They played some fast breaking where they made most out of the 25 assists that they had there on the score sheet. Turnovers plagued Ukraine, 19-10. So a valiant effort, I would say, here by the Ukrainians. Their last game here at the World Cup. They going home, but I think that they left a very good impression. Unfortunately for them, they just were not able to capitalize on chances they had.
Well, Kravtsov had a really good game today. You could see his totals, and overall it'll be a good World Cup for them to remember. Just sad that they've exited it as they have. Now you can see that they have fallen to 2-3, and that means that they're going to lose out on a tiebreaker to New Zealand. Turkey and the Dominican Republic now will play for second place coming up next. And that is going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, everybody. From Bilbao, the FIBA Basketball World Cup, USA winning it 95-71.
Four more, man. Four more. Let's go to the ball slowly. USA on 3, 1, 2, 3. USA. Slowly. USA on 3, 1, 2, 3. USA.